Welcome to Kitty Unfiltered. My name is Kitty and this is This Week on Trial 6, The Verdict, where I give you a review of using products for, well over a week now because I suck at recording videos on time. We have the Urban Decay Starfire Heavy Metal Glitter Liner Trio, the M.A.C Raw Sauce Acer Maple Water Essence, the NYX A Little Bit Jelly Professional Makeup Gel Illuminator. It's called Opalescent. The Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Friendcation Palette. Biosilk Silk Therapy, the original formula for hair. The L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Lash Paradise. We have both the base and the waterproof mascara. Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold pure luxury lift and firm prison cream all over self-adjusting illuminator and targeted highlighter from the clinical skincare line. NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in milk. La Vanilla Laboratories the healthy deodorant in vanilla lavender. Laneige Special Care Lip Sleeping Mask for all skin. Lancome's Visionnaire You Eye-On Correction Advanced Multi-Correcting Eye Balm. MAC's Sheer Tone Blush in Gingerly. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation. And finally, the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche Lipstick in Chai. Okay, I'm going to start by giving my face a little spritz of the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Okay, I've given that a minute to set in, so now I'm going to use some of the M.A.C Raw Sauce Acer Maple Water. Next, I'm using my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask because I like to use it in the day, especially after I've done my morning face wash. Next, I'm going to throw on a little of the Fab Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum because it's handy and I need a serum. And I'm just going to go with the Fab Ultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration again because it's in front of me and this is the second time I've done makeup today. So my skin's a little angry with me. Okay, now rolling straight into the eye primer. Of course, it is the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion because it's what I always use. And if you notice, I did not put on the eye cream because I have found with this palette especially, I get a lot of fallout. And so I would be cleaning up the fallout and be removing my really nice expensive Lancome eye cream. So what I've started doing is I just put my face cream everywhere, and then after I do my eyeshadow and get everything cleaned up, then I'll go back in and put the Lancome cream under my eye. Speaking of eyeshadow, I now have you zoomed in, so let's get started. I'm starting with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. Again, this palette doesn't really have a light color for me to use this highlight, so I like using this on my brow bone and a little in the inner corner. Right now, taking a Sephora Fluffy Crease Brush, I'm going into this color here, which is called A Moment, and I am basically putting that everywhere except the mobile lid part where I want to put the shimmery colors because I want to give them more area to stick. And originally, I thought that wow, I'm not doing a really good job of cleaning off my brush because everything looks so much darker when I put it on my eye than it does in the pan. But that's the thing, I soon realized. It's everything. Even when I use a clean brush, the matte colors look darker on my eyelid than they do in the pan. Because see, to me that looks kind of like a dark, almost browny, I don't know, it almost looks like a mix between these two colors, but it's this one over here that's the lightest. But on me, so I'm assuming it's anyone with a paler skin tone, or maybe it does this on all skin tones, the colors actually go on darker than what they look in the pan. The matte colors, not the shimmer colors, but the matte colors have all done that for me. Okay, next I'll be putting this Just a Kiss color in the crease with the Sephora Pointed Crease Brush and then blending that out as needed with a MAC 224S. I like to lay it down first with the smaller brush so I make sure to kind of get it exactly where I want it, especially since I haven't set all of the primer. And then blending it with the fluffier brush. I've tried putting it on with just this brush, but that doesn't seem to work for me. I get it a little more diffused, a little more spread out. It's kind of more in my transition and crease area when I do that, and I want this kind of more just in the crease and the outer V. So I recommend kind of going in with a smaller brush and putting the color precisely where you want it, and then using a fluffier brush to kind of diffuse it out. Which kind of really is a really good rule of thumb with any eye look. I've discovered my makeup has gotten better and I look like I have more skills kind of using this technique. I look like I'm better than I actually am. I am going to go into this green here called Jeans, and this dark blue here called Try Me. And I'm doing that on a Sephora blending shadow brush. I'm putting the Jeans kind of more on the inner half of the eye. The only good thing about having 17 eyelids is it kind of blends out your crease shade for you. Okay, now I'm just taking that same brush and putting that dark blue kind of more in the outer third. Doesn't seem to want to stick down quite as well as that green did. Maybe I should use some concealer first. I thought maybe I would have enough tackiness left from the eyeshadow base, but maybe I covered the outside part with enough powder that it doesn't want to stick as much. But that's okay, because it's just kind of going more in that little outer third place. Just kind of darkening up. I want the green to be more of the actual accent color. Can I clean up my underneath? Okay, now for my Lancome Visionnaire You. Just like a third of a pump maybe. When it goes on, it feels like a moisturizer, but then as you smooth it out, it starts to actually feel like a balm, so you don't really need much at all, which is another reason I love it. Okay, now for the face, the Peter Thomas Roth does not like blur and smooth, and I mean, it works okay as a primer as far as holding your stuff in place, but it actually, to me, makes me look like I have more pores around my nose and kind of this area and stuff. So I'm just using a little Professional just in the spots that I kind of want to smooth. For me, I thankfully don't have a whole lot. But other than that, I mean, it looks good under my foundation. It does a decent job of actually helping the foundation stay on. But since it's illuminating, even though it's under your foundation, it's going to bring attention to every little spot of your face. Use it judiciously. I'm still trying to figure out how to do full coverage foundation, so I'm going to be using an hourglass buffing brush thing with this. I don't know how well it's going to work, we're going to see, but it's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation. I know it's weird. Yes, I just squirt a little on my face and I go from there. I am going to put on some concealer to brighten the under eyes so I don't take this all the way up under my eyes. So even using a brush and doing, you know, kind of a significant layer of foundation, at least for me, my skin is still rather glowy, so yes, you will be able to see the glow even through your foundation unless you do like super thick full coverage foundation. Okay, going in with my basic Shape Tape Concealer in light. And I got some extra on my finger, so if I'm gonna put some there, brush to kind of buff out the edge. Okay, now for the Becca Hydro Mist Sit and Refresh Powder, which I hate opening. Fucking charmed. This is one that has the, feels like it has water in it, but I need to get used up because it's starting to dry out a little. Which I don't see how it could, because it takes me 5 minutes and 3 broken makeup brushes handles to get the stupid lid off every time I use it, so I don't know where the stuff could be evaporating to, because it's not allowed even the tiniest bit of breathing room if you seal the lid correctly. Okay, I'm gonna go back into that Dose of Colors palette, and I'm gonna take this dark brown here called Dirty Money, and I'm going to take this and use that to line my lower lash line. This is like a Sephora cream liner brush. Just any flat, stiff brush will work. Alrighty, let's work with a little brown liner. Can't find my mirror. Here it is. It is the Tarte Double-Ended, the Double Take eyeliner in brown. Using the smudgy pencil in to tightline into my waterline. I might as well do a little felt tip on the upper lid as well. Attempting to press it right along my lash line. Not going crazy with it or anything. But since I did my tightlining, sometimes it looks a little nicer to add this to. Since that Peter Thomas Roth is a little kind of, you know, illuminating-ish, I'm not going to worry about bronzer or even contour. Just going into that M.A.C blush in Gingerly and just putting it on with just a regular blush brush. Okay, before I finish everything, I'm going to do a quick mist of the M.A.C Fix Plus. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes with my Tweezerman lash curlers. For brows, I'm going to start with Benefit's Give Me Brow to just kind of put them in their place a bit. And now going into my Urban Decay Starfire Heavy Metal Glitter Liner Trio. I'm not really good with the whole glitter cut crease thing. I've tried it a few times, but what I have found is I can make a great glitter eyebrow, and then I also put the same colored glitter on my lower lash line, and it's almost like a little window frame around my eye. So I've got a lot of compliments on it at work, so that's how we're gonna be incorporating the glitter liner today. Just brush it right across your already in place brows, like so, and then I just take that same color, hug it right at the base of that lash line, like so. Okay, and now for the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, starting with the primer. And I only put this on the upper lashes. I've never tried to prime my lower lashes. Okay, now going with the actual Voluminous Lash Paradise. I don't know if they're all waterproof or if I just happened to, like, only the waterproof ones were left, so that's what I got. I mean, which isn't bad, but I don't really need waterproof mascara a whole lot. And the weird thing about this for me is sometimes it looks clumpy, sometimes it doesn't. So I haven't really figured out the magic ratio of this particular mascara yet. I almost forgot my NYX Jelly highlighter in Opalescent. It is jelly, just kind of fun. It's wiggly, it's jiggly. I recommend you don't take the lid all the way off if you get this. Just because it is a little jiggly and sometimes it looks like it wants to slide out. It's okay on the tip of my nose. It's not the favorite. That's why I don't like put a whole bunch there, just whatever's left on my finger I do. I do put a little extra for my Cupid's bow. And finally, my Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in Chai. And that's it. And now I'm off to a friend's house in Chesapeake City to listen to her husband's band and drink some wine and eat some cheese, and I'll be back at the end of the night to let you know how everything went. And I'm back. And it is several hours later, like almost 20, because I ended up spending the night at my friend's house, and of course I didn't wash my face because I still had this to record, and I was like, you know what, here's a good test. Let's see how well the makeup lasts throughout the night. And I did. And here it is. So let's finish up this review. Okay, starting with the Makeup Raw Sauce. I love this essence. I've tried a couple different ones. This is my favorite essence. I cannot say enough good things about it. My Biosilk Silk Therapy original version. I do love this, however, after trying the lighter versions, especially the one that now has like coconut oil in it, I do like those better. This is very nice. It's good at smoothing my hair, keeping everything soft and healthy and shiny, even though I'm starting to color it now. You know, I always thought this was perfect until I found a thinner formula, and I do like the thinner formula better, but I mean, this one's still good. I'll use it all up. My Laneige Special Care Lip Sleeping Mask. Love this thing. Like I said, a lot of times I don't use it at night. I use it in the day, in the morning after I wash my face, and kind of let it soak in and do its thing, so that way my lipstick application is just perfect for the rest of the day. The Lancome Visionnaire Eye-On Correction. Unfortunately, this has become my current favorite eye cream. I say unfortunately because it's like $60 for this little thing. I do only need like a third of a pump, which is nice. Hopefully I'll find something cheaper that I love just as much, but I doubt it because it's the balm texture of this that I just love. Wish it was cheaper, but as of right now, it is my favorite. Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold pure luxury lift and firm prism cream. I do really like this. I'm going to continue using it until it's used up. I don't know that it does enough to be worth paying Peter Thomas Roth prices. It does look really nice and it gives my skin a lovely glow, but as far as like the lifting and firming, I don't really think that it does enough to pay for it for that reason. My NYX A Little Bit Jelly Gel Illuminator in Opalescent. I mean, it is cool, it's nice, it's fun to play with, it's got a funky texture, it looks pretty. The thing is, I don't remember what they were. I thought they were expensive for a NYX product. So, I mean, yeah, they're beautiful, but if you really want something drugstore that does the same thing, you could probably find it cheaper. But it is cheaper than buying the high-end version of this product. My M.A.C Sheer Tone Blush in Gingerly. I love this thing. This could very easily be one of my favorite blushes ever, especially for like a warmer tone look, because it's matte and it's neutral and it looks beautiful on the skin. I've had it on for like 20 hours. I've even slept and I sleep on the side of my face and I've flipped back and forth and it's still there and I love it. Can't say enough good things about it. Currently my favorite blush formula and my favorite warm tone blush color. My NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. Great product. Looking forward to trying the other colors because it's really inexpensive It lasted great, didn't do anything funky on my eyes. It worked well with primer, it works well with eyeshadow on top of it. It works well on its own without eyeshadow on it. So very happy with this. There's a reason that this thing is almost like a cult classic. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation. Exactly what it says. It's a beautiful skin finish. It's not going to be really like thick though. So if you want like medium to full coverage, you're probably not going to get it with this. Once I get all of my foundations used through for a light to medium coverage foundation formula, this is definitely going to be up there in my picks. My Urban Decay Starfire, the heavy metal glitter liner trio. I love the pack, love the colors, and as you can see, even after sleeping on it, I still have glitter under here. I still have glitter on my eyebrows, and I didn't wake up with it like super all over my face. So if you're looking for a glitter liner or some sort of liquid glitter, yeah, that's a really nice formula. The L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Primer and Waterproof Mascara. They did fine. Of course, I had like some little crumblies under my eye this morning, but you know, you go to bed with your makeup on. The fact that there was only a little crumblies instead of a lot of crumblies says a lot. It wears nice. It didn't get everywhere. It didn't get too clumpy. So it's good, especially for a drugstore price. And finally, the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Friendcation palette. I did really enjoy this, and like I say, these matte colors here, at least on my skin, every single one of them looks darker once I put it on than it is in the pan. As far as my, you know, glittery shades, well, let me get close again. Oh yeah, that green is still there overnight and it's beautiful. These two here, they work great. The green one works great. This one is pretty good. This one here though, the lighter blue one, it's like a kind of more of a thinner formula, I guess. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it doesn't really have much of a base color to it. But this light blue one is the only one that I had an issue with having the extra eyelids and stuff where my eyelids would eat this shadow, and it would be, you know, within the first couple hours I would already have like spots on my lid where it was missing. I would have lines like in my eyes, like where it had gathered and stuff, or lines in my eyelid. And so at first I was worried about this palette because that's like the first or second color I used. I think it's the second color I used. So I was like, oh my gosh, did I just not notice the first time I used it that that's what happened? But then so I went through and used the other colors. I'm like, no, it was fine. Went back, so I thought maybe I didn't prime good or whatever. So I primed the exact same way with the rest of these that I always did. And this light blue color, I tried it again and it still did the exact same thing. So whatever's up with the formula in the light blue color, it's not good. This blue color here, this is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it is really good. But then these three glitters here, or the shimmer, whatever we're calling them, they are beautiful. And like I said, this is hours later, like 20 hours later, been slept on, and it is still there. In the grand scheme of things, I absolutely love this palette. 100% recommend it. Just remember, at least on me, the mattes are actually going to look a little darker than they do in the pan, and for my palette, this blue here was a very underwhelming, underperforming shade, but the rest of them were fantastic. So thank you all for stopping by. Everyone have a great day. Bye.